Yes, nice. Thank you.
And those slips to remember.
Yes. What is that? Sorry, can you share that?
The three slips to remember,
Okay.
the three blessings or what you're attracting into your life to
Hmm.
remember.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it was like this, and I read it through the day, and I made my husband read it over and over. He said, "मेरे को मेरे क्यों पीछे पड़ी हुई हो?" मैंने कहा, "नहीं." She said that when you dream together and when you manifest together, and then when you desire together, it's going to happen. मैं तो अपनी भी कहानियां बहुत सुना रही हूँ उनको।
Yeah.
तो आपको नहीं पता है कि सच्चाई क्या है, लेकिन I'm just I said, you must put it in your phone and wherever you have the free time. He said, where do I have the free time to do this? So I said,
Yeah.
doesn't matter because you're at home. I will remind you to look at it. So and both likhe hue hain. So I not need to write a pressy so that the moment I see the whole thing
Comes down. Very
get
nice. Yeah.
saturated at that
Huh.
moment. So,
The magical rock, ma'am, Vedang, without fail, every time when we're going to sleep, I put him to sleep. He'll tell me,
Huh.
Mummy, where's your magic rock? Pakro,
How
pakro, say what you
nice.
have to say.
Lovely. Yeah, that's why, they say catch them young. The sooner you catch them on these things,
Yeah.
the better it is. But it's never too late. It's
In
never.
fact, for that yesterday's talk also, he was so excited. Okay,
Yeah, I
Ruchi ma'am.
saw
So,
him. I
yeah.
saw him. I said, how sweet is that? Her son is also sitting, the younger fellow. I said, Arey
And every time you mentioned Shishya, he was like beaming. She said, Shishya, why isn't she our teacher? Why did she only teach Bhai? He was so excited about it.
How sweet. How sweet. I'm so touched. That's so sweet. That's really so sweet. Thank you.
Our kids knows you so well कि mama की teacher है, mama की teacher है.
Teacher hai.
I've seen that video yesterday वो जो आया था, I was showing to Vishal. And Vishal is telling to Vishal कि mama की teacher है, पापा को पता है mama जो सुबह class करती है.
I know. I'm known as Ruchi ma'am to so many people. It starts out only as that. Yeah. But nice. Good. So everybody did the breathing, everybody did your blessings. I hope you all wrote it down in small chits. Like Rachna has made her list and she's kept it. Others also, where you can have it as a ready reckoner. Archana, are you on call? Archana and Chetna, were you all able to move ahead? Yeah, I can see them, but I'm not sure.
Good morning,
Good
Ruchi.
morning. Good morning.
Thank you for the wonderful day today.
Thank you. Thank you so
Good
much.
morning. I'm here.
Good morning,
Yes,
everybody.
yes,
Good
Chetna.
morning,
Good
everybody.
morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yes, Chetna, did you have a little clarity with your dreams and desires?
I had a clarity, but I have a few more, thoughts. I
Okay.
was, you know, I'm just a little scared to receive it if that's what I can tell you. I mean,
Why would you be scared?
because, like yesterday when I was telling you that I was dreaming of a house and all that.
Hmm.
So last Saturday, my husband and I, we just thought, we'll go around having a look at properties and all that.
Hmm.
So there was this house that we just went there randomly.
Hmm. Hmm.
And when I was doing my desire list, I was writing कि इतना square feet का balcony होगा, इतना square feet का, and like it came out to 8,000 square feet.
Hmm.
तो मैं
Hmm.
8,000 square feet के घर के लिए where do you want to go in Chennai?
Hmm.
Randomly हम उस दिन उस घर पे we went and that house was actually for 8,000 square feet.
Wow.
And then when I went there, I was like, oh my god, ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा है. I don't think I can manage this. I don't want this. Get it? कि ना, this I'm scared कि how am I going to receive it? I'm not. I don't know if I'm prepared to receive what I've written in my desire list.
Yeah.
So
You are prepared.
yeah.
If you're manifesting it and you're prepared, you will find ways and means. If you want such a big balcony, I'm sure you'll have a good use to the balcony as well. Maybe you'll start your own, home garden, or you'll have your plants over there, or you'll get something very interesting to do in the balcony, just not apart from sitting and sipping your evening coffee over there or your morning chai over there. I'm sure there'll be something more that will come out of that balcony. So think
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you worked a little on your. Did you all see the Maslow's hierarchy? I'm curious to know. Did you see
I
the video?
studied that in school,
You
and
did? Hmm.
yeah, and then I thought, this is some random triangle. But yesterday, I was like, acha, like this is what it means. Like
Yeah.
I could not see the video fully, but
Okay.
yeah, because I knew about it, so
Yeah.
yeah, I could relate.
Ruchi,
Yeah.
Ruchi, we saw that, but we want little clarity on that. The
Okay.
char line, if you just tell, it'll give us more clarity, please.
Okay. So if no one else wants to share anything, then I will talk a little bit about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And if you haven't watched that video, I think it's a very simple video to understand. Basically, what Abraham Maslow was doing at that time was to bring a kind of an understanding between two sections of the society. One section of the society, which is extremely practical, which is very pragmatic, which is very materialistic, which wants to earn a lot of money. And we're talking about the 1970s, when all these thoughts are just coming out, all these learnings are just coming out. And the other side, the people who are moving towards spirituality, the people who are moving towards self growth, self realization, and those kind of concepts. And he said, like he showed in the video in the triangle, that it cannot exist in isolation. You cannot be having only material needs and not be growing towards your higher self. And if you say, I just want to do your higher self and have my higher self or my growth in my higher self, you can't have the top of the triangle without a bottom or a base. Okay, so first is to understand that they were two different sections of the society that he was trying to bring together. So what he did was, he said, how do we naturally progress in our needs? We first need to get our food, clothing, shelter, our basic physiological needs to be taken care of. Then we want love, safety, belongingness to come into that area. So you want all those. Then you want security to come in. That's the next rung. Then you want love, belongingness, trust, which is the next level of needs. Then you have the next need, which is self esteem, where you want to be recognized for what you are doing. So you are in that space. And then finally, you come to a stage which is the highest level of self actualization. So, yesterday's context, what I was saying was, your dreams and desires list should, or if you, whatever area you feel that you need a need or you have a need, you could be an area where you feel that I want to get a lot of love, I want to be trusted, I want to belong to a whole group of people. Maybe that is your need. So your needs and desires list should have as much as possible from that area. If you feel that you have got those things, you already have your physiological needs in place, your safety needs in place, your love and belongingness needs in place. Now you want more of self-esteem. You want to be recognized for what you have been doing. Then you have your needs and desires list written out from there. Then the final one is your self-actualization, which is where you say, how do I want to give back? What is it that I want to do? Which is, what are the activities or my needs and desires which are completely based out of what I want to grow on a spiritual level. So depending on which level of your needs are, and you cannot say that I want only the top or only the bottom. Your needs need to be spread out amongst all of them. But like you see the triangle, the needs of spirituality are much lesser, because actually, if you can just get one or two things to take you on your spiritual journey, that's more than enough. You don't need too many things. But your physiological needs and all can be a lot more. So that's where he explains basically that we need both. Like, Rachna Shroff yesterday was saying about this and that, and about Mahatria explaining this, that you need spirituality, you need materialistic. So you need both the things going hand in hand. And that's what Maslow's hierarchy is also showing. And this was in the 1970s. In fact, it is one of the core concepts that is taught in psychology, where you need to understand how needs work. Okay, Anita, does that help? And for the others as well. And if not, then please watch the video that I have posted on the group. It's a simple version of Maslow's hierarchy, because it's a pretty deep subject, you know. So, but just watch it, and whatever you need to get right now, you will get it. That I feel is one of my mentors who has told, where she would not explain beyond a point, and she would say, what you need to know right now, you know it, don't question more. So that's enough. So, we'll go with that, right? I hope
Yeah.
that helps. Yes.
Actually, I would like to say one experience yesterday.
Yes.
It's actually 2 days ago.
Yes.
Uh, the girl who's doing the cooking for us,
Right.
Monica,
Yeah.
I used to actually pay my gratitude to her every day.
Ha.
But then it so happened that yesterday, by mistake, in the hurry she went and burnt her hand.
She
The
got
palm, her palm.
Ha.
So she was literally crying so much. Then immediately I just put the burn on and we went. I took my 100 steps again, and the same I tried it out, and I put my gratitude to her, saying that she was so nice. I hope she doesn't go through any more, that
Again.
bubbles should not come up, it should not pop up, and her
Hmm.
hand should be free and she should be relieved very soon.
Hmm.
And really believe it, in another half an hour's time, she was fully calmed down. And the next morning, there was no bubble except for one small little one on her palm. And I was really grateful for that.
I'm so happy. I'm so
And she came
happy.
back to cook also.
Wow, lovely. I'm so happy, and thank you so much. You brought in that 100 steps. How nicely you used that to do it. So thank you. Thank you so much.
That was nice, actually. It's really working so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ruchi?
Yes.
Look
Yeah.
at the what gratitude brought into my life.
What I can't see it. Yeah.
You were talking about this gratitude journal that
Yes.
Garima gives for
Yes.
Diwali,
Yes.
and then we spoke about Garima in the group. So I
Yeah.
gave her a call and I said, Garima, you are so much part of our mornings,
Yeah.
and we are going to see you, but you're so much in the spirit. And I heard that
You
this
have a
gratitude journal was given. So, and I said, I miss being the recipient of it.
hmm.
Don't believe it. Yesterday, 2 generals have come from her. She is sitting in a beach house somewhere so far away.
Hmm.
But imagine that she wanted to bring that joy into my life by
Yes.
sending me this.
That's
Get
that's
it?
Garima for you.
Yes,
That's
for me.
Garima for you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
true.
That's
Those who
Garima
have
for
done
you.
it know
Yeah.
how to sprinkle their, magical dust on people and friends.
Yes.
And I'm so
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so glad, which is a very good thing, asking for what you want and not hesitating. Like they say, ask and you will be given. But we are hesitant to ask, and we don't want to ask because somewhere our ego comes in. Somewhere we start thinking, सामने वाला क्या सोचेगा, कुछ नहीं सोचेगा, सामने वाला बहुत खुश होएगा. And yeah, and that is where we don't ask for help, but ask for help. I think somewhere we hesitate because we say that if we ask for help, then we also need to give help. So if you're not scared of giving help, please ask for help. Please reach out and ask. You have to ask, whether it is clarifying your doubts, whether it's reaching out to me. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I can't take your phone calls because I have my sessions and other things lined up. But send me a text, and slowly, or whatever time of the day, I will respond. So don't stop yourself. We're in a journey together. Every time you ask me, it only clears my doubt. So I'm telling you, for my selfish gain, the more you ask me, you're making me get better. So
But
please ask.
on that note that you say that
Yeah.
asking, I thought, and she was so magnanimous when I wrote my thank you and I was asking her how much I paid. She said, you don't know what that phone call did to me.
And yes.
Imagine I am asking her and she is so magnanimous to
Yes.
say something as beautiful as that. You don't know what your phone call
Yeah.
did to me or meant to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I think when you say that when you're ready to receive and give, it's a two-way. So when
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Garima and all are there in that space where she does it every single day and every single morning. So she was the one who had gifted this book to me when I had opened Nutshell Kids. And Diwali, without fail, her gratitude book journal has been coming. So we've got a beautiful chemistry between us. My whole Lascelles camps, and I'm going to talk about that today on magic cues, and how we pick it up. So it's 6-7, and let's get into our reading quickly now. We have two beautiful chapters to read today, so we're going to dive into it straight away. Would anybody like to read? Would anybody like to read?
If someone else who's not done, then please first chance to her. Otherwise, I would like to read.
Yeah, who's this? Kamya, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can also read Ruchi. Ruchika here.
Yeah, Ruchika. Ruchika, have you read earlier?
I've read one of the chapters.
One of the chapters. Okay. Yesterday I heard somebody say that Anita is going to read.
where's Shivani?
Was Shivani, sir? Yeah, Shivani was supposed to read one of the days.
Ma'am, Shivani right here, but I can't read today.
You can't read.
Teaching today.
Okay, no problem. All right. So, Kamya, we'll start with one chapter with you, and Ruchika will move for the second chapter with you. Okay?
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Kamya, can you read it? Can you see it?
Yeah, day 24, the magic wand.
Okay, I think please keep your microphones on mute, everybody. Yeah. And Kamya, just come into a good connection because I felt your voice was breaking for a second. Yeah. The magic wand. Yes.
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Now the connection is fine?
Yeah, it's better. Yes.
Okay. So you have to turn the page, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say the magic wand. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did.
Yeah, yes.
Have you ever wished you had a magic wand so that you could just wave your wand and help the people you love? Well, today's magical practice will show you how you can use life's real magic wand to help others.
Okay. Have you ever wished you had a magic wand so that you could just wave your hand and help the people you love? Well, today's magical practice will show you how you can use life's real magic wand to help others. Okay. And don't we always say that, पता नहीं क्या है उसके पास एक जादू की छड़ी है, कुछ भी करती है बहुत सुंदर हो जाता है. And generally when people do some beautiful decorations or very nice food layouts or something, at least I have used this in that context where we say she's just got this wand and she waves it and the magic is all around. Now imagine she's giving us a tool like a magic wand, our very own magic wand, which will help us to weave the magic in not just our lives, but in the lives of the people around us. Yes.
When you fervently want to help another person, you have immense power. But when you direct that power with gratitude, you really do have a magic wand that can help the people you care about.
Okay. Kamya, your voice
flows.
Kamya, your voice is still breaking.
If it is that.
Yeah.
Because I am actually, I just can't move from where I am. Can you?
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Yes. So when you fervently want to help another person, you have immense power. But when you direct that power with gratitude, you really do have a magic wand that can help the people you care about. So first is, Kamya, I think you'll have to put your phone on mute. I think there's still disturbance from there. Yeah, thank you. So one is that you want to help another person. That itself gives you immense power, that you yourself are in a space to help somebody else out. But when you direct that power with gratitude, so not only do you want to help another person, but you want to add a little bit of magic in that. You're just magnifying the whole effect of that act. Energy flows where your attention goes. And so, when you direct the energy of gratitude towards another person's needs, that's where the energy goes. I think this statement is very important. Energy flows where your attention goes. Whatever you give attention to is definitely going to grow more and more. And I love the metaphor of a garden over here. Suppose you have a beautiful garden. Now, when we are taking care of the garden, do we concentrate and put more water and put more nourishment and put more manure and whatever on the weeds that are there in the garden, or do we take care of the flowers, the grass, the bushes, or whatever other beautiful things we have in the garden? We definitely take care of the flowers, our nourishment, our watering, our manure, our pruning, our cutting. Everything happens not for the weeds but for the flowers. Okay, so what energy flows where your attention goes. So what is blooming in your garden? Your flowers are blooming. If you're going to give a lot of attention to your weeds, what attention you need to give to your weeds is to timely keep removing them. That's the negativity that is there, and time to time keep removing it, so that you are able to shift all your attention to the flowers or the positivity. So wherever you are giving attention, that's bound to grow. If you give attention to gratitude, there'll be more and more abundance coming into your life. If you give attention to negativity, to complaining, to blaming, to jealousy, envy, anger, that is going to grow. So wherever your attention energy flows, where your attention goes. And so when you direct the energy of gratitude towards another person's needs, that's where the energy goes. This is the very reason why Jesus said thank you before he performed a miracle. Gratitude is an invisible but real force of energy, and coupled with the energy of your desire, it is just like having a magic wand. People who wait for a magic wand failed to see that they are the magic wand. So don't go around looking for the magic wand. You right now, and especially with everybody who's been doing your practices, have already elevated yourselves to another level. So you are the magic wand. You don't have to go looking for one. If you have a family member, friend, or anyone you care about who is lacking physical health, is in financial trouble, unhappy in their work, stressed, suffering because a relationship has ended, lost confidence in him or herself, suffering from mental problems, or feeling down about their life, you can use the invisible force of gratitude to help them with their health, wealth, and happiness. So now, this one, and understand why she has brought the magic wand so late in our learning, because she has first got you ready by doing your own gratitude exercises on yourself and for things around you. And now that she says your battery is charged, now you have it in you, now start spreading it to other people. Now look around and see who are these people around you. Who is somebody there who's lacking physical health, is in financial trouble, unhappy in their work, stressed, suffering because a relationship is has ended, lost confidence in him or herself, suffering from mental problems, feeling down about their life. Now you can use the power of the magical wand and make them feel better. Please understand very clearly why she didn't start out by saying you are a magic wand, you have the power to do it. No, she has brought it in as late as the 20th chapter, because she knows you first get yourself ready. It's the same thing, nourish to flourish. Whom do you nourish? You first nourish yourself, and only then you can flourish, and then spread the flourish, spread the cheer out to other people. So she's brought it at this stage because for all these days she has made you do these gratitude exercises. Now that we are in an elevated state, now let us spread the magic around. To wave your magic wand for another's health, imagine that the person's health has been fully restored, and say the magic words thank you in heartfelt celebration of receiving the news that he or she is full of health again. You could imagine the person calling you to give you the news, or imagine them telling you in person, and really see and feel your reaction. When you feel as grateful now as you would when you heard the news that the person's health has been fully restored, it will guarantee that the gratitude you feel is as sincere and as powerful as it can be. So, today, now she's going to take us into again the 4 steps where she talks about health, wealth, relationships, and career and growth. But this time, she's teaching us to visualize it for somebody around us. But how are you going to visualize it? You're going to say, thank you so much. That person called me and told me that he's feeling so much better. His medications are working. He's back into his daily routine. He's either given me a call and he's told me, or you have met the person in front, or maybe the person is also living in your house right now. So when you use this power of the magic wand, you are visualizing a state where they are already feeling healthy, and they are communicating back to you that they are feeling very, very good. Remember, in your visualization exercise, you need to be a part of that desire, or you need to be a part of that dream. It is not where they themselves are feeling better and you've left it at that. You being a part of it is very, very important. So either through a phone call, or in a meeting, in, or even somebody who's in your house right now, and they come up to you and they tell you, कल रात को बड़ी अच्छी सी नींद आई मुझे, 4 दिन से नींद नहीं आ रही थी, which means you have used your magic wand somewhere. Or bless the person and say, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful that she was able to sleep the night through, and she's woken up fresh and bright and happy and cheerful in the morning. So whatever be it around you, also you can wave now your magic wand. To wave your magic wand to help someone you love with their wealth, follow the same magical practice and be grateful as if they had the wealth they needed right now. Imagine their wealth has been fully restored, it is done, and you're saying the magic words, thank you, because you've just received the amazing news. So, like I said, it's about health, it's about wealth, okay, and then about maybe relationships. If a person you know is going through a tough time, but you don't know what specifically they need, or if they need help in more than one area, then you can follow the same magical practice and wave your magic wand by giving thanks for their happiness, or for their health, wealth, and happiness together. So maybe somebody is going through a tough time in terms of maybe losing a loved one, or going through a patchy relationship, or something like that. And maybe it is even a parent and a child, and that relationship also needs that healing from time to time. So bless that person and say, I'm so happy that things are mending between you and your child, and things are getting more and more beautiful between your child and you, or your spouse and you, or your mother-in-law and you, or your daughter-in-law and you, or your sister and you, or your brother and you. Whatever be the relationship, imagine that that relationship is getting better and better. Today, choose 3 people you care about who are currently in need of health, wealth, or happiness, or all 3. Get a photograph of each person if you have one, and keep the photographs in front of you while doing this practice. Take the first person, hold their photograph in your hand, then close your eyes, and for 1 minute, visualize yourself receiving the news that the person has been fully restored with whatever they need. Now, very important is to think and to visualize with you in the picture. Okay, so don't just visualize the person by saying the person is feeling so happy, is so fine, is healthy in their house. No, how are you visualizing? By them, by you being a part of their story or part of their narrative. Okay, so whomever you are blessing or whomever you are waving this magic wand on, you have to be a part of that story. So remember that very importantly. It is much easier to visualize yourself receiving the news than it is to visualize, for example, an ill person healthy again. That is why she's saying you are in the picture and they are telling you this. Or a depressed person happy again, or a financially stressed person abundant again. And you will feel more excitement and gratitude if you involve yourself in your visualization. So please remember what you need to do today is to get these three photographs, these three people, and they could be in your near and dear ones. They could be people whom you've interacted with, people whom you have been working with. So visualize these three people and take their photograph and put yourself in that space, visualizing and saying, they are now giving me such good news and they are telling me that things are working out so well. For example, like today, I would like to use my magic wand on my cook, and he's been going through a lot of challenges in his family who's back there in Bihar. So I would like to say that, you know, he's feeling so happy, he's so grateful, he's with his family in terms of making sure that things are settled, and he's receiving the phone call and he's telling me that, you know, everything is settled. The roof of his house, which is completely broken because of rains over there, is repaired. His wife, his children are safe over there. So I'm going to visualize this completely. Okay, now it is so important to remember this, and now I remember why I need to share this with you as well. Last time I did this exercise, I did it for my cook, and I visualized that he is back home with his family and he is over there. And you won't believe it, next day morning he came and told me, मुझे तो लगता है ये ट्रेन जा रही है, मुझे इस ट्रेन पे जाना पड़ेगा. So I was wondering, did I visualize the wrong way? Because I don't want him to go for my selfish goods, for my selfish needs, you know. And also because I know once he goes to Bihar, he's not going to have any source of income. And then I said, Acha, kya hua? What happened and everything? And he said, my house has fallen like this and the roof is no longer there, and I need to send money. So I put together the money and I said, okay, chalo, here you take the money, send it. I in fact went with my husband to the bank and transferred the money for him, and his wife has received it. So now I'm going to ask him, what progress is the roof making and is it really getting ready? But be careful about how you visualize over there, because I visualized and I want him to meet his family. I genuinely want him to meet his family. So whenever that happens, it is there that he is happy with his family and the roof has been constructed again. So be careful also about how you visualize, because at that moment when he told me he wants to go, I said, अच्छा ठीक है, लगता है मैंने ही कुछ गड़बड़ करी है यहाँ पे. एंड मैजिक वॉन्ड में ये भी देख लिया कि वो वहां चला ही गया है. I said, ठीक है, अब आपको करना क्या है? And then I quickly said, अच्छा, now let me visualize it again and let me say that he's giving me the news that things are sorted out and the money has been received over there. So that part has happened. Today when I'm going to visualize him telling me in person that thank you so much, घर का roof बन गया है, अब वहां पे everybody is safe and sound. So that's going to be my next step for the same person. Okay, so be careful about how you are visualizing what you are doing, right? So that really was an eye opener for me to say that magic happens. So you be careful about how you want it to happen. Of course, I want him to go back with his family, but I also want him to make a lot of money right now here by living and working in the city, because once he goes back to Bihar, he's not going to have a means to do it. So remember to visualize correctly. Open your eyes and with the photograph still in your hand, say the magic words, thank you, slowly 3 times for that person's health, wealth, or happiness, or whatever combination they need. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the name, health, wealth, or happiness. So now you are wishing and praying for other people. All along, she has been teaching us to first do it for yourself. Let it happen for yourself. And now that you are ready, now that aapka ghada bhar gaya hai, or you have got all that water in your pitcher, now you're ready to pour it out for other people. As you finish with one person, move on to the next person and follow the same two steps until you've finished the magic wand practice by sending health, wealth, or happiness to all three people. So, again, we go back to the magic number three and we do it for three people. You can also use this powerful practice when you're walking down the street or going about your day and you come across someone who's obviously lacking happiness, health, or wealth. Imagine you have a magic wand and in your mind wave it by giving heartfelt thanks for their health, wealth, and happiness, and know that you have set a real force of energy into motion. Okay, now this is really a fun activity to do. Next time you go to a supermarket to pick up your groceries or to pick up your vegetables, just observe the people around over there, okay, and randomly choose three people. For no reason, you don't even know them, but randomly choose three people and just say in your mind, or just for a second, close your eyes and just say that I'm weaving a magic wand around them, or I'm sprinkling some magic dust on them, and I hope they get whatever they desire and wish for in their life. So you can become the magic angels for lots of people. And trust me, when you do it for someone else, the happiness and joy you will feel will be 10x. That is something I guarantee you. So even for random people, sometimes we exchange smiles with people on the road or smiles with people in a supermarket whom we don't even know, but it makes us feel happy. I don't know whether, yes, definitely when you give a smile to someone and the person, you don't know what the person is going through, and you have no idea what your smile can probably be the best part of the day for them. And when they smile back, you are making a shift in their energy. So you don't know how you're helping someone out by just smiling at somebody. And now you have more tools. You have a magic dust to sprinkle on them. You have a magic wand to weave around and say, I hope this person receives health, wealth, happiness. Thank you so much, God, for making this person's life magical. What you give, you're going to receive tenfold. That much I will guarantee you. That much I can say it really works. But first, start out with people that you know. So, three people around you, their photographs, and make their lives magical. You can either ask for something in specific. I think someone's mic is not on mute. Can you please check, please? Yeah, thank you. So first first look for these three people who are in and around you. You can be specific with one thing, or you can generally bless them with health, wealth, and happiness. That's completely up to you. But visualize yourself receiving the message that, I'm feeling so much better today. Mera ye paisa atka hua tha, and suddenly from somewhere the money has come in. So visualize this for people around you. Using gratitude to help someone else with his or her health, wealth, and happiness is the single greatest act of gratitude you can perform. And one of the magical things about it is that the health, wealth, and happiness you fervently wish for others, you also bring to yourself. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to come back to you 10x when you are first giving it out. So, first, the thing is to use your magic wand on the other people, and then you will be surprised at how you are receiving so much more. Magic practice 24, the magic wand. Count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Choose three people who you care about and who you would like to help with more health, wealth, happiness, or all three. If you have them, Collect a photograph of each one of the three people and keep it in front of you while doing the magic wand practice. Take one person at a time and hold their photograph in your hand. Close your eyes and for 1 minute, visualize the person's health, wealth, or happiness has been fully restored and you are receiving the news. Very, very important. Please be a part of your visualization. Open your eyes and with the photograph still in your hand, say the magic words slowly. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the person's name and the person's health, wealth, or happiness. As you finish with one person, move on to the next person and follow the same two steps until you finish the magic wand practice for all three people. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Okay, I think Suman, you need to mute it. Your phone, I think, is acting up and it's constantly coming back. If you can just figure that out. Can you please put yourself on mute? Yeah, thank you. So it's a beautiful exercise, and I would say it's one of my favorites because you get an opportunity now to spread your magic. All right. And now you are in a space where you can start helping other people out. So all those who asked me, can I do it for so and so person? Can I do it for so and so person? And all along I kept saying no. First do it on yourself. First get your energy levels or your batteries to be in place. And once that is done, now you can start spreading the magic around. Okay, so think about three people. Again, like I said, it could be a specific thing, maybe for their health, their wealth, their general happiness and well-being, or it could be all the things together. And you are looking at the person and you're blessing the person. You have no idea what's going on in their lives right now. If you know one thing that they really want, bless them with that thing. And randomly, if you want to bless them with all the things. But remember to keep yourself in the picture, to put yourself in that picture and say, visualize that they are telling you this news, either over a phone call or in person. It's very important that you are a part of that frame as well. Otherwise, your magic wand is not going to be as effective as how we have been otherwise blessing people around us. So if you want to use the power of your magic wand, then you have to be a part of the visualization or your gratitude. Okay, makes sense? Yes? Yes, any doubts, any clarifications?
If we want us that we want to make ourselves more strong and then later start this, so can we do that?
Absolutely. Go ahead and do that. That's fine. So randomly today, you are already powerful. Okay, don't doubt yourself. If you've been doing your blessings, you're already powerful. All right, so even if you don't want to do it for three people in particular, today or whenever you are stepping out, randomly use your magic wand on people around and say thank you so much for this person's health, wealth and happiness.
Okay,
So you know that you have the tool and you use it.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anything else? Are you feeling empowered? I felt very empowered when I had this tool in my hand, you know. And like I said, I made a mistake in my visualization and I almost sent my cook back home. So be careful about it as well, because somewhere it is important. Like I said, it is for two things. One, I definitely want him in my home because he takes care of so much of my responsibility, which gives me so much free time to do a lot of other things. And the other thing is, I know when he goes back, back to his hometown. He has no means of making a livelihood. So I want to help him to help himself and his family. So the money lies here in his own cooking and his own services. So, I that is why I said be careful about what you are visualizing. We definitely want the best for them. And I want him to go back and meet his family when things are settled down and he's made a good amount of money to take back. I want it to definitely happen. And I want the magic wand to be used on him. But right now, I want that house in his village to be repaired, and I want his family to be safe. I don't want the rains to be making it difficult for them there. So right now, what I want for him is the house to be repaired. And we took the first step. We've sent the money across to him. So all I mean to say with this whole story is be very clear about what you are visualizing for the person. Okay, make sense? Yes. Okay, so Ruchika, are you ready for the next chapter?
Yes, absolutely.
Super.
Ruchi, can it be for more than 3 people?
Of
Magic
course.
wand.
Yeah, you can. But I would say today, do it for 3 people. Okay, at a time, let's do it for 3 people. Tomorrow, do it again for 3 people. Every day, whichever tool you want to pick up, you can do it as a daily exercise. That is fine. But today, let's not get over ambitious. Let's start with 3. And we know the magic number 3 has power. So let's stick with 3. Okay? All right. Yeah. Thank you. Archana? Sorry, Ruchika? Yeah.
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 Day 25. Cue
Yeah.
the magic. Life is playfulness. We need to play so that we can rediscover the magic all around us. Today's practice, Cue the Magic, is one of my favorite practices because it's a game you play with the universe and it's a lot of fun. Imagine that the universe is friendly and caring and that it wants you to have everything you want in life because the universe can't just walk up and hand you what you want. It uses the law of attraction to give you signs and cues to help you receive your dreams.
Okay, so now today's practice, this second practice is a very fun exercise, and I'm going to share my experience with you very soon on how this worked for me and how somebody who knows about it made it work for me. Okay, imagine that the universe is friendly and caring, and it wants you to have everything you want in life because the universe can't just walk up and hand you what you want. It uses the law of attraction to give you signs and cues to help you receive your dreams. So universe is playing games with us. How smart are you going to be in playing or getting that game from the universe is in your hands. Okay, and it'll explain beautifully. The universe knows.
The
Yes.
universe knows you have to feel gratitude to bring forth your dreams. So it plays its part in the game by giving you personal cues to remind you to be grateful. It uses the people, circumstances, and events that surround you in your day as your magic cues to be grateful. It works like this. If you hear an ambulance siren, the magic cue from the universe is to be grateful for perfect health. If you see a police car, your magic cue is to be grateful for the safety and security. If you see someone reading a newspaper, it's your magic cue to be thankful for great news.
Okay, so now she, through this chapter, is showing us how we can start being grateful every moment of our day. So when we see an ambulance passed by, first thought that we have is usually that I hope that person is safe. I hope that person reaches on time. I hope that person gets the medical attention. While we are hoping and praying for the other person, what do you be grateful for? And you say, I'm so thankful that I am fit and healthy. Okay, so that's your magic cue to thank yourself at that moment for your health. And if you want to then use the magic wand and say, the health of this loved one of mine, and I'm so grateful that this person is now calling me up and telling me that he is healthy and fine. So that's your magic cue for your health. If you see a police car, Your magic cue is to be grateful for your safety and security, that everything in my house is absolutely safe. Everybody is safe in my house. If you see someone reading a newspaper, it's your magic cue to be thankful for great news. Remember one of the chapters we had done, I think in one of the magical to-do list we had done, that we are receiving a great news that is coming our way. So when you see the newspaper, you know that there is some magical news or some great news which I am going to receive today. So in and around us, when we see these cues, we see them as opportunities to be grateful. Okay, if you want.
If you want to change the weight of your body, when you see another person with your perfect weight, it's your magic cue from the universe to be thankful for your perfect weight.
Okay, so now when we look at another person who's got a slim and trim and a really nice body, the first automatic negative thought or your ant will be of envy. She's so lucky. She has such a metabolism in her body that kuch bhi khati hai, iska to sab pach jata hai. That is our natural first negative thought. And remember, it's a little ant that pinches you first. And how do you change it? And you say, I have now got the person's, the exact body that I want for myself. So that's my visualization of my perfect body, and say, thank you so much. I'm working on receiving my perfect body just like hers, so that envy and jealousy gets converted into inspiration. And that's a very big shift that you can have in your life, when we look at somebody having something, and instead of getting envious or jealous, we are happy for them and we are inspired by them for our own selves. So remember, in another chapter we had discussed about negativity with people around, and when we see these people, in their minds they will probably tell you that acha, you're looking so pretty. And there are some people who are so genuine when they give their compliments, and there are some people who remain quiet, they don't talk about it at all. So be the kind of person who genuinely is happy for other people, and then it's your magic cue, it's your magic cue to get it as an opportunity for yourself, and say, I'm so grateful, I'm so glad, I'm so excited, I'm so happy you got this beautiful bag, and then say, thank you God that you have given me the perfect bag to visualize. I can now visualize which bag even I want. So that becomes your magic cue. Okay, yes.
If you want a romantic partner, when you see a couple madly in love, it's your magic cue to be grateful for the perfect partner. If you want to have a family, when you see babies and children, take the magic cue and be grateful for children. When you pass by your bank or an ATM, it's your magic cue to be grateful for plenty of money. When you arrive home, it's your magic cue to be grateful for your home. And when a neighbor calls in to have a cup of coffee, or you wave to them across the street, it's your magic cue to be grateful for your neighbors.
Yes. So everywhere around us, when we see it in somebody else and we show gratitude towards it, we have a feeling of happiness. It is going to come back to us and it is going to give us what we desire. And right now, the best thing is that when you see it outside, understand that you can use that as a cue to say, this is what I want for myself as well. Okay, now I'm going to share my little story over here, and this goes back to Garima. I'm sure she's going to get a lot of hiccups today when she wakes up, and I'll definitely get on a call with her and tell her this as well. So Switzerland, there is this, I've been running nature diaries or these adventure camps, and we had announced a camp for Sri Lanka. And most of my kids who I knew were going to sign up and come to me for Sri Lanka, come with me to Sri Lanka, were going on this Switzerland camp to Les Elves for a skiing camp. Okay. Now this camp is, I would say, 100 times more expensive, or maybe 200 times more expensive than the Sri Lanka camp that I was organizing at that time. And at that moment, I said, "Arey, मुझे भी जाना है यार, मुझे भी स्विट्जरलैंड लेके जाना है बच्चों को. Why is it that somebody else is getting to do it?" Okay. Now this was a deep desire of mine. Next year, when the Swiss camp was being organized, Garima's son and daughter has gone with me, but son has gone on these camps number of times. So Garima has called up the lady who in Delhi is the main person who's the India head of operations for the Lascelles camps. She's called up and she's told Bibi, her name is Bibi, that you have to meet this person, Ruchi, back here in Chennai. All of us parents really trust her with our children, and I think she should be leading the Swiss camps from Chennai. So I'm sure she has a great rapport, and Bibi also must have heard her out, and she said, "Chalo, Garima bol rahi hai, kuch substantial hoega." That year when she came down to Chennai, she gave me a call. I was doing a mind mapping session for another group of people, and the lady who used to lead the Swiss camps was now in not such great health. So she was looking for somebody else to lead the camps while she does the marketing. So I met her in that mind mapping session, and she told me that I do these Swiss camps, and I would like us to be connected. And so the first chain happened over there. And then when Bibi came down to Chennai, she sent me a message and she said, "I'd like to meet up with you and let's grab a cup of coffee." And I remember on my way back from school, now this is where you have to grab your opportunities. If that day I had not gone after school, tired, but yet I decided, let me meet her. She's come from Delhi. Garima has recommended me to her. She wants to meet up with me. I don't know what will come out of it. And the first time Bibi and I met, now we're like thick as thieves together, because from 5 years, past 5 years, I've been doing the Swiss camps in Switzerland, and we spent 2 weeks together in Switzerland, and we're great pals now. But that day, Bibi tells me now, the minute I saw you, I wanted to get married to you. That's the kind of chemistry that we had in our first meeting. And the year after that, I started leading the Swiss camps. So I know somewhere Garima has used the power of magical cues, because she was very comfortable that her children go with me. Because Riddhi and I, we have a great relationship, and she said, "I really want Riddhi to go with Ruchi, and I will be so comfortable with that." So she started weaving her magic, she started visualizing, and in turn, what I desired. Remember the first time my desire came when I said, "Why are all these children going off to Switzerland? Why are they not coming to Sri Lanka on my camp? I also want to go on the Swiss camps and take the children." That was my desire. So, clarity in what I wanted, and the universe conspired to make it happen. Okay. So, recognize opportunities, see them as cues, pick them up, and know that this is what I want for yourself. So, it was really magical. And this is not a time when I've even read the magic book, but I just said, I want this. So, a lot of times we can go back in our past and we can say, I had desired it and it came true. We didn't know the power of magic at that moment, but yes, it can happen. So, what I want to say is, I'm sure Garima used her magic dust. She used her cues to get everything in order. And then me desiring it, and she wishing it for me, and me meeting the person in a mind mapping session, and all of us getting together within a span of a month, and me starting to go on my Swiss camps from the next year is totally a magical journey. When I put the whole thing together, I know it happened in a magical way. So know that there are cues, know that there are opportunities, pick them up. Okay? Yeah. If you happen,
If you happen to see one of your material desires on your list, such as your dream house, car, motorcycle, shoes, or computer, of course, it's your magic cue from the universe to be grateful for your desire now.
yes. So when you see somebody have it, so when you go into somebody's beautiful house and you say, "Oh, you've got such a beautiful house. I want this exactly like this in my house." That's your cue. That is your connection with your desire. And that is when you will make it happen for yourself. So start looking around you and start picking up things from people around you and say, "That's exactly what I want for myself." And then you are going to make it happen. When you begin, yeah.
When you begin a new day and someone says, Good morning. You are being given a magic cue to be grateful for the good morning. If you come across someone who is really happy, it's your magic cue to be grateful for happiness. And if you overhear another person saying thank you anywhere at any time, it's your magic cue to say thank you.
Yeah, so start resonating with things around you. So, like she says about the ambulance, the police car, the dream house, or anybody else you see around you who's happy. So, and when they say something like something as basic as a good morning, you immediately, it's a magic cue to be grateful for a great morning that you are having. So, start picking up these cues. Yeah,
In fact, Ruchi, I feel that,
yeah,
she's diverting our attention instead of being envious and jealous to something, we
yes,
can appreciate. Like,
absolutely.
absolutely when we see a perfect body or a perfect slim body, are yaar. The envy come first and
Exactly.
never that thing comes in.
Yeah. So
And
that's why, no,
yeah,
it is a shift from envy and jealousy to be inspired. And
yes,
inspired by saying, I'm so grateful that my body will support me and
mm,
I will get my perfect figure just like her. Okay. Coming back to
absolutely.
my favorite and Kareena Kapoor and my size zero. Yeah. There are unlimited. Yeah.
There are unlimited and creative ways the universe has to do magically cue you to be grateful in your day-to-day activities. You can never misunderstand a magic cue or get a cue wrong because whatever you think a cue is for, you are right. The universe uses the law of attraction to magically cue you, and so you always attract the exact cues that you need to be grateful for in that moment.
Yes, so the universe uses the law of attraction to magically cue you. Now, this is where the universe is going to play games with you. This is where the universe is going to test you on how quick you are to pick up on these opportunities. So, day in and day out, these cues or these opportunities are right there in front of you. You need to know how you're going to pick it up and you're going to make it use or you're going to make it work for you. Okay, cue the magic. Yeah.
Cue the magic has become a daily game I play. And with practice, I now automatically see all the magic cues the universe gives me. And I give thanks for every one of them. It never ceases to thrill and amaze me how the universe finds new ways to cue me to set the magic of gratitude into motion.
Yeah.
When I receive a phone call from a friend or family member, it's a cue to be grateful for him or her. When someone says, "Isn't it a beautiful day?" It's a cue to be grateful for the beautiful weather where I live and for another beautiful day. If an appliance breaks down, it's a cue to be grateful for all my appliances that are working perfectly. If a plant in my garden is struggling, it's a cue to be grateful for all the other healthy plants in my garden. When I collect the mail, it's a cue to be grateful for the mail service and for unexpected checks. When someone says they have to go to an ATM or I see people in line at an ATM, it's a cue to be grateful for the money. If a person I know comes down with a sickness, it's a cue to be grateful for their health and mine. When I open my curtains in the morning and see the new day, it's a cue to be grateful for the great day ahead. And when I close my curtains at night, it's a cue to be grateful for the great day I had.
Yeah, so every part of the day, she's giving us everyday examples. We do see an ATM, we open our curtains, we close our curtains, we see people who are in sickness, we see people who are in health, we see people with beautiful things around us, we see people with very happy relationships. When we are seeing these things, it is teaching us two things. One, to be grateful for what you already have. Okay, and two, to visualize what is the perfect thing that we desire. So without being grateful for what you already have, that's why she says, I'm so grateful for my health. and my body, my perfect body. So first start out by saying, I'm so grateful for the body I have. I love the body that I have. And then you move on to say, I'm so grateful. I know exactly how I want to look, say 5 months from now, 10 months from now. So it's giving you a clear visualization for yourself. So there are 2 steps to this. Please remember that. First, start out for being grateful for what you already have, and then visualize what you desire. So when you see people in the ATM line, first be very grateful for all the money that you have in your bank, and then say, I'm so grateful that I am a money magnet and I'm attracting more and more abundance in my life. Then you visualize more money coming to you. Okay, so it's a 2-step process to play.
Can you please
Yes.
repeat this 2 step again? Being grateful for you
Okay,
have,
I'll just
and
repeat
then
it. First step is to first visualize. Sorry. First, be grateful for what you already have. Okay. So suppose you are looking at an ATM line and you see people in the ATM line. Your first step is to say, I'm so grateful for all the money that I have in the bank now. And then the second step is to visualize and say, I'm so grateful. I am a money magnet and I attract so much more abundance in my life. So first be grateful and then you visualize what you desire. So for example, you walk in and you see somebody's beautiful home. So first be grateful for the home you have. I'm so grateful for my beautiful home, for my comfortable bed, for my fancy dining table that you already have. And then visualize and say, I'm so grateful that I am bringing this same mirror. Suppose there is a mirror in somebody's house that you really like, and you say that this mirror is also there in my house. So the second step is to visualize. Okay. So,
To play Cue the Magic today, all you have to do is to be alert enough to take 7 magic cues from the universe during the day and give thanks for each one of them. For example, if you see someone with your perfect weight, say, thank you for my perfect weight. You can never do too much gratitude. So you can choose to do more. And if you want, you can try to respond to as many magic cues in one day as you can. If you have been following the daily magical practices over the last 24 days, you will have reached a point by now where you will be alert enough to notice the cues the universe is always giving to you. One of the many benefits of gratitude's magical power is that it wakes you up and makes you far more alert and aware. And the more alert and aware you become, the more grateful you become, and the more easily you attract your dreams. So, universe, cue the magic.
the universe, cue the magic. Thank you, Ruchika, for reading that for us. So now she's telling 7 magical cues all through the day. Okay. So here's how we will divide it. Magic practice number 25. Ruchika, would you like to read that?
I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Magical practice number 25. Cue the magic. First, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And you feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Second, today, be alert to what's around you and take at least 7 gratitude cues from the events in your day. For example, if you see someone with your perfect weight, say thank you for my perfect weight. Just before you, magical practice number 3. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during the day.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much for reading that, Ruchika.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to divide the day up into 2 parts. First half of the day, I want you to write down your use your magic wand for 3 people. Okay. Remember, it can be either something specific that you want for them, or it can be their general health, wealth, and happiness. So that's your first. So try and finish that off in the first half of the day. And if you are already alert, all through the day, you are going to pick up 7 magical cues, and it's very easy. Start looking at it from health, wealth, your career, your growth, and for your relationship. So 4 come in there straight away, and maybe you can repeat one for each again. So that actually becomes 8, but at least look out for 7 of these magical cues. Now, what is the magical cue? When you hear an ambulance, you're grateful for your health. When you see somebody with the perfect weight, you're grateful for your body, and then you visualize the body that you want. When you see somebody who is not feeling well, or you hear about somebody who's not feeling well, you're immediately grateful for your health, and then you visualize yourself, or you can even use your magic wand for the other person and say, I'm receiving a news from the person that the person has got so much better. So you will interweave the two also together. But picking these magical cues up from the universe, it's a great game to play because you already have it around you. And now she's making you more sensitive and alert and aware that you have so much to be grateful for. Whether it is somebody saying a good morning to you, whether it is somebody whom you see is got something that you don't have, it's first for us to say, I'm so thankful for everything that I already have, and then put it on your wish and desire and say, that's exactly what I wanted. Sometimes we're not clear about what we want. So now I have got the vision of, oh, that's the thing that I really wanted, and now I have understood this. So that's picking up the magical key. I'll tell you this every live that I did yesterday. So Hari is a good friend of mine, and I've been seeing his posters, and I've been seeing his lives that he's been doing. That was my magical cue, and I said I'm so grateful that he's doing so well, and he's giving an opportunity to so many people to share their stories. Even I would like to share my story, and it happened yesterday. So we need to desire by just constantly looking at everything that is around us. So don't be scared to ask from the universe, but ask confidently, like Rachna did. Make that phone call and she asked Garima. Don't hesitate to ask. And Garima, I know, has been like an angel to me in so many different ways, and so humble about it all the time. She's been so humble about it all the time. The way the whole Lisself's camp happened, I share that story with you. It was nothing less than magic, because otherwise, there was no reason for Garima to have called up BB and recommended me. There was no reason for Shamla, who was the one who was leading the camps from here, to have met me. I did a mind mapping session for a French teaching institute, okay? And Shamla used to teach French. So imagine for me to be in the same room with her, and for her to come up to me and say, you do these nature camps for kids. Would you like to lead it? And I'll tell you, sometimes you have to be so careful what you desire for. Past 5 years, we've been going to Switzerland, okay? And my friend and I, who's also in Bangalore, and I roped her in and we got started. And I said, थक गए यार स्विट्जरलैंड जा के कहीं और जाना है. And ये लो, ये हुआ इस साल हम स्विट्जरलैंड गए ही नहीं. So you have to be so careful about what you're asking for. Of course, my reason not to go to Switzerland this year was to say that, it's grade 10 for my daughter. I want to spend more time with her. Oh, but trust me, I don't think we have missed Switzerland as much as we've missed it this year. And people used to tell me, तेरे बड़े मजे हैं, हर साल तू स्विट्जरलैंड जाती है, 2 हफ्ते के लिए जाती है, and you have such a good time over there. And we say, हाँ, सबका time होता है पीहर जाने का. My पीहर is Switzerland, so I go back to my mom's house. It so happens that now it's become Switzerland. And Bibi, the lady who heads the India operations, is one of the most magnanimous person I have ever met. The way she has handheld me, the way she has made me progress in life. I mean, it's amazing, because I'm just another person with her. But the very fact that she's taken it upon herself to say that I am going to make you grow. Let me see, lady, what or how you stop yourself. So she was also very instrumental in telling me, "Ho gaya bahut school wool, ab nikal bahar wahan se, and let's start doing this." So there's a lot of magic around you, a lot of people who are there to lift you up. You have to give them an opportunity. You have to be grateful for what you already have, and then wish and desire for what you want, and then it happens. Trust me, I'm sharing all my stories with you, so I'm telling you what happened with me. So definitely it happens. Okay, so 7-5, any sharings, anything, any questions, anything you would like to clarify, please do so. And I will repeat what you have to do. First half of the day, use your power of your magic wand. And now you're going to bless 3 people. Okay, and then the second half of the day or all through the day, you're going to start looking around for these magic cues, whether it is just crossing an ATM and seeing money in with somebody else, or a siren or a police van or any of that. It is for you to be first grateful for what you have. The first step is to be grateful for what you have, and then to visualize and say, oh, that's exactly what I want for myself. That's the second step. Yeah.
Ruchi,
Yes, Rachna.
so there is health, wealth, happiness, and
Yeah, health, wealth, and happiness is for the for the magic wand. But for the magic cues, we move for 4 areas: your health, your wealth, career and growth, and relationships.
career
Okay,
growth.
yeah, because that's the 4 things that we have been following. So these 4, even if you can't get 7, be very alert and aware that I want to get 1 from each of these: my health, my wealth, relationships, and career and growth. Okay, so start by looking out for 4. I'm sure you'll make it more than 4. I'm sure it'll be more than 4, but just be aware and alert today. So, second half of the day, start looking around for what is the universe playing with me as a game. Okay, so the universe is not going to hand it over to you on a platter every single time, unless, of course, you're very clear it's palak paneer you want to eat, and that's what's going to come to you. And I'm sure everybody knows that my favorite dish is palak paneer by now, because I really love it. And it's going to serve you if you're very specific. If you're general about things, then the universe also gets tricky and now plays these games and says, okay, you are not clear, so I'm going to give you options. So now pick your options up. So start identifying these options around you. Okay, so it's going to be a beautiful day ahead, full of games, and games that we're going to play with the universe. The universe is playing it. Now we're in the game together. Okay. Yes.
Ruchi
Yeah,
Bhabi, I have a
Yeah.
query.
Yes. Yeah.
If that person doesn't communicate back to us,
Hmm.
yeah, we are grateful for them.
Yeah.
We are blessing them. But if that
Okay.
person doesn't communicate us back,
No, so you know what? You're not actually expecting a phone call from them. You are visualizing that they are calling you up and they're telling you. So don't wait for them to tell you. Okay. So please don't think that the person has, in your visualization, you are visualizing that the person has called you. Don't wait for it. And trust me, it will happen. Again, it may not happen the way you want it to happen, but there will be a cue to tell you it is beginning to happen.
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ruchi, can I
thank you.
ask something?
Yes, yes, Anita. Yeah.
Uh, Ruchi, health, wealth, happiness. For example, all this 3, I'm
Yeah.
like very satisfied in this. अब spiritual growth के लिए अपना जैसे वो हायरार्की में था कि भाई वो नीचे वाला तो होना ही होना, that is over.
Hmm.
वो सब हो गया. तो now how do I have my thought process that I have my health, मेरा wealth भी जैसा है वैसा रहना या बढ़ और भी बढ़ जाना. हैप्पी सोल तो मैं बाय बॉर्न इटसेल्फ मेरे बर्थ में सर्टिफिकेट में ही लिखा हुआ है हैप्पी सोल. अब स्पिरिचुअल के लिए कैसे थॉट प्रोसेस क्या होना चाहिए?
So, what do you want for your spiritual growth? What are you looking for?
2 things: to give back to the society to the
Okay.
maximum level,
Yeah.
and you know वो एक silence है.
I don't know what happened.
People
Yeah.
tell के
Nothing
I
serious.
slip into silence और मुझे पता ही नहीं चलता है. मुझे लगता है कि we are just superficial level पे अपने ये बात बोलते हैं. होता भी होगा, but thoughts are there, emotions are there, feelings are there. तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि मेरा spiritual growth कैसे हो रहा है.
Again, come again. You want to give back.
Yeah.
You want to
Another
make.
thing,
हाँ.
एकदम वो meditative state जो बोलते हैं ना, but I know when I'm in silence, feelings are there, I'm aware of it, emotions are there, negative नहीं है, इतना negative thinking है ही नहीं. तो और कैसे आगे बढ़ना? How do I move forward?
So, what are you visualizing? What are you visualizing for yourself? Are you visualizing that you are helping more people in their spiritual journey?
Yeah.
Huh? So you've got that clear, right?
Yeah.
How would you like to do it? Would you like to do it through conducting meditation classes or through with
वो
your
तो मैं कर ही रही हूँ, अब मुझे
हाँ,
लगता है कुछ और करना है.
और क्या करना है? So what are you seeing for yourself? किसको आप देख रहे हो? Okay, now let's use the magic cube. So whom are you
और मुझे
seeing?
क्लियर होना पड़ेगा पहले.
हाँ, so whom are you seeing? Who you say कि भाई ये पहुंच गया है, मुझे भी इसकी जगह पहुंचना है. So who's that person that you're seeing over there, and start manifesting that.
For example, if I think of Mahatriya, तो वो तो किसी लेवल पर है.
हाँ.
मैं कहाँ, you know, I'm Tundu सा there.
No, doesn't matter. That is my vision. That is where I want to get there. Okay, and I want to become like him. Just like he has got his followers and he has got people who believe in him, you will also find your followers and people who believe in you.
I'm like one lamp यार, वो तो एक सूरज है, तो कहाँ मैं.
Yeah, so why are you doubting yourself?
नहीं तो मेरा
हाँ,
मेरा कैलिबर भी तो होना चाहिए ना.
कैलिबर वो खुद आपको दे देंगे.
So sweet.
So you have to first be confident about what you want and don't doubt it.
Anita ji, he also started like being a lamp only.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we're all growing towards it. And it all depends, you know, it all depends on how many people really need it. And they will all come to you. The numbers don't matter. The numbers don't matter, right?
Thank you so
Where
much.
you think-
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, Kamya. Yeah.
Anita ji, Matreya jaise, we have so many people who inspire us so much. So your vision is to become that, and you will become. Maybe you'll become inspiring for other gang, other group of people, but you will inspire.
Thank you.
So yeah, you can think that way also.
Thank you
Taking
so
those
much.
baby steps. Yeah, I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of messages in the chat box as well. Feeling of empowerment as you can actually help others answer
Ruchi, how
Yes.
how to regrow the hair? How to visualize that?
How to regrow your hair. See somebody with beautiful hair and say, I'm so happy that she's got lustrous, beautiful hair. And I'm so glad that my hair is getting better and better. So, first, pick the cue up. Today's cue for Ruchika is to look for people with beautiful hair.
I have that sitting right next to me on my neighbor. She is my neighbor.
बस
My
उसको
God.
जाके आज बोलो कि कितने सुंदर बाल है तुम्हारे. I love.
बहुत बार बोलती हूँ और मन से बोलती हूँ.
हाँ, बस तो आ जाएंगे. आ जाएंगे.
No, अगले दिन when you comb your hair, then again you see कि है ही नहीं. Then again you get disappointed कि
अरे,
कब आएंगे.
Ruchi, nowadays when you compliment ना, they think कि अरे नजर मत लगा. अपने लोग genuinely compliment दे रहे हैं, and they feel यो नजर लग जाएगा. ऐसे they get afraid than us.
Yeah, that's you know that's the way people are. So that's okay. आप जब तक your intention is right, you go ahead and give compliments. Don't worry about सामने वाला क्या सोच रहा है. Don't stop yourself next time from giving the compliment. इसको बोल के कोई मतलब नहीं है. इसको तो लगता है हम नजर लगा रहे हैं. Don't do that. Don't stop yourself because your intention is true. So, you know, actually giving compliments and receiving compliments is also an art in itself because you don't know how to even acknowledge it sometimes. That also becomes a challenge for a lot of people. They don't know, they get uncomfortable with it. They say, पता नहीं
Thank
क्या,
you.
अब मेरे साथ अच्छा नहीं होएगा, अब सब मेरी तरफ यही देख रहे हैं. तो that is, you know, your mistake because you yourself are not pure. So then you question everything that comes to you. But if you are pure and you say, like they say ना कि उसको तो उसमें कुछ गलत दिखता ही नहीं है, मुझे दिखता ही नहीं है उसमें कुछ गलत है, गलत हो ही नहीं सकता. So that's your belief. So then you are easy and you're comfortable taking compliments. But when you can't think of good things for others, when others say good things for you, you start feeling कि पक्का इसको कुछ मेरे से काम होएगा, इसलिए आज ये मुझे मस्का लगा रही है. You know, because your own intentions are like that. So the way you are thinking about other people, when they give you compliments, you start thinking like that for them. So that becomes a thing. So don't worry, there are all kinds of people, and let's have fun with all of them. Today it's all about having fun with the universe.
And again, Ruchi, see, I know I know myself that I'm a good
Yeah.
person, a good soul.
Yeah.
But why don't the staff stay with me for long?
Why don't the
Staff stay with me for long. In
Okay.
past 2 years, I might have changed, more than 40 people.
Okay. And so what is happening with that?
I don't know. They just randomly leave. And the people who are more stricter version than me, they stay with them for longer with the lower salaries. I pay them heavy, but still they don't stay. Why?
So
Why
how
is
do
it?
they feel around you? Are you making them feel happy? Are you respecting them? Are you
Absolutely respect, gratitude is in my gratitude will start with my staff only.
right?
Every
So
time.
then ask them, take a feedback from them. Find out कि क्या हुआ, आपको क्यों छोड़ना है, क्या तकलीफ है, मैं कुछ अलग कर सकती हूँ क्या? So take feedback from them. Or maybe if I have to look at it like this, I would also say maybe you are meant to help 40 more people in their lives.
Oh my God, Ruchi, I'm tired. I can open a training institute.
So maybe
Matlab,
that's
it's
your
gone to
magical
that level.
cue. Maybe that is the universe's cue to say you're so good at it. You know how to train people quickly. Chalo, make a house help ka institute. Maybe that's magic. Maybe
No,
that's
no, no, Ruchi, I don't want to get into this. This is not a process I want. I want to be sorted first myself.
so.
I'm not
Then,
into this.
then take a feedback. Then take a feedback from them. Say when they leave, ask them, क्या तकलीफ है, क्या हुआ है, क्या कर सकते हैं हम अलग. You never know. And maybe the right person is not ready for you as yet. That is
Because
why.
I've always visualized someone who will stay with me for 12 to 15 years. That
Okay.
person is, I guess, not been yet manufactured to, come and stay with me. I need someone to stay for, कई लोगों के होते 20 25 साल से ना घर में ही रहते हैं. I want that one, where my kids grow up with.
Yes.
But पता नहीं हो ही नहीं रहा ऐसा.
Yeah. So don't worry, it'll happen. The right person will come.
Ruchi, she
So
can use
yeah,
Auntie here.
yeah.
Ruchi, she can use law of attraction for this. It works.
Yes. Yes. So these affirmations are all attracting only. Yeah. So you're visualizing the right person. So you have to probably put the man of your dreams now is your cook or your house help or whoever, and you have to visualize them more strongly.
Ruchi Bhabhi, can
Yeah,
you
Kamya.
please just last 2 minutes explain us how we can select the people who is not going to select, but we'll find only one person that in our life, and other two people normally we want their nature. We can pick that people also.
I didn't understand. Your voice was breaking, Kamya.
So,
Yeah.
so the first half, what we have to do is choose three people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so I find only one person whose health I want to improve.
No, it's not just about health. It's about health, wealth, happiness. And even if somebody is Kanya, I think you need to move away from your phone. Yeah. Okay. So it's not about somebody whose health is not good. It can also be somebody whose health is good. It could be a parent and you want their health to remain good. Even that is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be somebody who's only in sickness. You can
So if
still,
you want to
yeah.
change someone's nature, you can think that also.
Yeah, but you have to say very specifically what you're changing.
Okay.
And then you have to start picking up magical cues where you start noticing the change. And then you give gratitude for that and then you visualize further. Changing yourself is tough, and changing other people is tougher.
Yeah. That's right. But today we have to do this activity, right?
Yeah.
I thought I will make myself more 10 days powerful, then I'll do that. But
No,
today
you're
we have
powerful
to do
enough. You're powerful enough. So do it today.
it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So 7:20. Thank you very much, everybody. And let's have a magical day. Let's play games with the universe. Let's pick up the cues that the universe is giving us. And today, let's also use the magic wand, okay, on 3 people whom we would like to bless with either something specific or in general on their health, wealth, and happiness. And also visualize yourself when you are receiving that news. So that's very, very important. Okay, so magical cues that the universe is playing with us. So picking up these cues, first giving our gratitude that I have a lot myself, and then visualizing and say, now I want that exactly for myself. So that becomes the next part. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Ruchi.
you,
I enjoyed
Ruchi.
the session.
Beautiful session.
Thank you so much, Ruchi. Bye bye. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.